Hello everyone, Ranjitha here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to share with you a bookmark or tag that I made using the digital images from Oddball Art Co. They've got beautiful, creepy and cute images. Today I've chosen this skater girl image to do my project. Before we move on further, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and tap on the bell icon. So let's get started. Firstly, I am taking a piece of white cardstock and I am cutting down into size of a tag. Here I am taking it around roughly 8 inches by 4 inches and I am using my envelope punch board to make it into a tag. This is a quick way of how you can use your regular cardstock and make tags of any size you want to instead of buying store-bought tags. All I do is cut the cardstock into the required size and then punch the borders using my envelope punch board. This is another way how I use my envelope punch board. Here, as you can see, I have taken a printout of this digital image and I have colored it using my watercolor pencils. I'm not a very good coloring artist, but I think I've done a decent job. Here I'm checking out some pattern papers from the Minte collection. These are some of the papers from the Minte paper pack, the Paradise collection. So I thought this beach theme would go well for the skater girl who's writing on sand. So I'm quickly selecting a pattern paper that has some seashore, sand and the water, and I'm placing the pre-cut tag that I have done just now onto the pattern paper and I'm cutting down into size. I'm making sure that I get enough place for me to place the skater girl on the tag. So I'm placing the tag in such a way that there is enough sand and water for me to play around. Now I'm carefully going and trimming the pattern paper into size so that there is a slight border left around the tag. Just like I have done with the white cardstock, I am repeating the same process with my pattern paper as well. I'm taking my envelope punch board and I'm just rounding the corners and giving it a shape of a tag. Now I'm placing it on the white cardstock and I'm just trimming the sides slightly so that I have a slight border of white all around the pattern paper. I'm not using any fancy techniques to finish this tag. All I'm doing is having some pattern paper and a colored image and some stamps to finish off this tag. In case if you do not have such pattern paper, you can always go to Google Images and select for a background that represents a beach or a sand theme, and you can always use this skater girl image along with that. Also do check out the website. They've got beautiful images, some cute and interesting characters with which you can play around and have some fun coloring them as well. I wanted the girl to be my focal image, so I am not playing too much with the background. I just have this plain pattern paper in beach theme and I'm just sticking it onto my white card base. If you are new into card making and you do not have a good or too many stamps in your collection, this is a very good way to finish up your projects. All you need is some good pattern paper, which you can either buy it or you can download it from Google Images, and then you need some free royalty free digital images that you can play around with. As you can see, there is some white space around the letters. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a light brown shade of my watercolor pencil and slightly shading it so that it merges with the background. It looks as if the girl is writing on the sand, because if I fuzzy cut individual letters, they might not fit in well. So I left the white space as it is and I'm just blending it with the background. As you can see, just a little color, a little blending will merge it into the background so well. As I already told you, I'm not using any fancy tools, just my regular watercolor pencils. I'm not very confident with watercolors as it is, so I prefer using watercolor pencils for my shading, because I think I'll have a better control while using pencils rather than the liquid or the pan colors. So I'm going over onto the girl's face, just adding a little more shading here and there with my pencil, and then I'm just going with a damp wet brush to blend the colors well. So that's it, my coloring is almost done and my tag is almost done. All I have to do is stick up everything in place and then just add a good sentiment onto the tag. Once I've stuck up my little girl, I'm just taking my gray pencil and adding a little shadows here and there so that it doesn't look off place. So I'm just adding a little shadow to the left and to the bottom slightly with my gray pencil, and then just blending it with a wet brush since I've been using watercolor pencils. So as you can see, the image is now very well blended into the background. Now I'm taking a clear stamp from my collection which says "Missing You", and I'm stamping it with archival black ink. Once I've stamped the sentiment, I'm then just trimming it down into size and rounding the corners. Now just to bring up all the elements together, all I'm doing is taking some distress ink in the shade Vintage Photo, and I'm just sponging the edges of the sentiment and the tag as well. I thought this will bring all the elements together and doesn't make them look apart. Just a simple step to bring everything together. Once I'm done shading all the corners and the edges of the tag and the sentiment as well, I'm adhering the sentiment with some double-sided foam adhesive and then punching a hole, so that in case I would like to use it as a bookmark, I would prefer using a tassel later to this, so I'm punching a hole here. That's it, my tag or bookmark is done. All I used is a digital image and some pattern paper. If you have the images colored already, it took me hardly less than 10 minutes to finish this bookmark or tag. I hope you liked this project and I was of some inspiration to you, and you will definitely try on using digital images and the pattern paper you have in hand to make such beautiful, quick and easy bookmarks or tags. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you liked this video and you will definitely give this a try. Also, if you haven't done it yet, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and tap on the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Also, do follow me on my social media where I share my card and craft making videos and tutorials with you. The links are given in the description box below. Thank you.